This is section 2 of the $30,000 Bequest and Other Stories by Mark Twain. The $30,000 Bequest by Mark Twain, Chapter 2. Now came great news, stunning news, joyous news, in fact. It came from a neighboring state where the family's only surviving relative lived. It was Sally's relative, a sort of vague and indefinite uncle or second or third cousin by the name of Tilbury Foster, 70, and a bachelor, reputed well off and correspondingly sour and crusty. Sally had tried to make up to him once, by letter, in a bygone time, and had not made that mistake again. Tilbury now wrote to Sally, saying he should shortly die, and should leave him $30,000 cash. Not for love, but because money had given him most of his troubles and exasperations, and he wished to place it where there was good hope that it would continue its malignant work. The bequest would be found in his will edition. For the rest of the day, Sally made havoc and confusion with his books, and Alec could not keep her mind on her affairs, not even take up a flower pot or book or a stick of wood, without forgetting what she had intended to do with it. For both were dreaming. $30,000! All day long the music of those inspiring words sang through those people's heads. From his marriage day forth, Alec's grip had been upon the purse, and Sally had seldom known what it was to be privileged to squander a dime on non-necessities. $30,000! The song went on and on. A vast sum, an unthinkable sum. All day long Alec was absorbed in planning how to invest it, Sally in planning how to spend it. There was no romance reading that night. The children took themselves away early, for their parents were silent, distraught, and strangely unentertaining. The good-night kisses might as well have been impressed upon vacancy, for all the response they got. The parents were not aware of the kisses, and the children had been gone an hour before their absence was noticed. 2 pencils had been busy during that hour, note-making in the way of plans. It was Sally who broke the stillness at last. He said, with exultation, "Ah, it'll be grand, Alec! Out of the first 1,000, we'll have a horse and a buggy for summer, and a cutter and a skin lap-robe for winter." Alec responded with decision and composure, "Out of the capital? Nothing of the kind. Not if it was $1,000,000. Sally was deeply disappointed. The glow went out of his face. "Oh, Alec," he said reproachfully, "we've always worked so hard and been so scrimped, and now that we are rich, it does seem—" He did not finish, for he saw her eyes soften. His supplication had touched her. She said with gentle persuasiveness, "We must not spend the capital, dear. It would not be wise. Out of the income from it—" "That will answer, Alec. How dear and good you are. There will be a noble income, and if we can spend that—" "Not all of it, dear, not all of it. But you can spend a part of it. That is, a reasonable part. But the whole of the capital, every penny of it, must be put right to work and kept at it. You see the reasonableness of that, don't you?" "Why, yes, of course. But we'll have to wait so long. 6 months before the first interest falls due." "Yes, maybe longer." "Longer, Alec? Why? Don't they pay half yearly?" "That kind of investment, yes. But I shan't invest in that way." "What way, then?" "For big returns." "Big? That's good. Go on, Alec. What is it?"